I do not, because I think that the proponent of interim national government, they are more or less, part and parcel of the problem of elections that we are talking about. And what do I mean? The election of February 25, 2023 was clearly, a non-transparent and non-credible election. But when you call for an interim national government, the question is that who and who will make up that interim national government? The proponent of this international government, they have not told Nigerians who and who will make up such. And why I say that they are part and parcel of the problem is because the appropriate demand to make when an election is unacceptable because of the conduct is to call for a new election. Because election is a democratic exercise that provides an avenue for the majority of the people who are 18 years and above and are registered voters to determine who will lead their country for the next 4 years. An interim national government is an RNG that is neither democratic, nor legal. The members of such a government are appointed by individuals and entities that have no authorization of anybody to do so. The only time we have had an international government in Nigeria's history was shortly after the annulment of the June 12, 1993 general election, which was won by late Chief MKO Abiola. The international government was set up by the Babangida government, which annulled the election. I mean, you can begin to see the ridiculous character of the whole ING project. The government, the dictator that annulled the democratic exercise, now set up an international government as its replacement and put at the head of that government an individual who comes from the ethnic group of the person whose mandate, whose election was annulled, in order to simply just give the impression that the desires of the southwestern people have equally been addressed in the ING, so there's no reason for anybody to go to the street and protest against the cancellation of the election. That is laughable, that is ridiculous. And it is not so different from what the proponent of ING today are saying. We are talking of using an illegal contraption to replace a democratic exercise that has not been conducted in the transparent manner that is expected. I think that those who are making such calls are not making such calls with the interest of Nigerian people at heart. I think that so far I recognize and I agree that the election of February 25, 2023 was a non-transparent, non-credible election. It lacked credibility, it lacked integrity. The right call to make, by those who are aggrieved, is for a new election, in order to allow the people to once again, democratically, determine who will be their leaders. That, for me, is my position on the interim national government. I do not think that it is democratic. Neither do I think that it's going to in any way address the problems that faces the country as a whole.
Not the idea of interim government. Interim government can only be decided by the president in power to appoint somebody he wanted to hand over for a reason best known to them. Fine. It is not necessary we debate this, because the issue of the election has come and gone. Most definitely, issue have to arise from the election. That's aftermath of election, and that's why you are seeing people are contesting the election. The issue of 25% in the Federal Capital Territory, the issue of election malpractice. So we'll give that to the tribunal to decide. But come May 29, we must have a president. We must. And then my appeal is that the judiciary should rise up to occasion, do the needful. At least to set a record. If for the first time somebody is being found wanting not to be a president, let them make the declaration. The heaven will not fall.
It's possible, according to us, what is going on, because the new electoral law 2022 by President Muhammad Buhari is that all court cases should be settled before the swearing in of new government, which I believe is ongoing, and every issue will be resolved before May 29, 2023. And the new government of the president-elect, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will come on board, and Nigeria will be better for it.
There is nothing that is there that may not make it happen. But you see, at the risk of preempting all the judicial processes that have been on, you understand, one will just fold his arms. But as a layman that I am, I can't imagine anything that will not make it happen. You understand? But at the same time, I will not be willing to preempt the judiciary. You understand? Some people are in court and they have issues. And there have been debates around those issues. But what is most important is we are waiting earnestly for the court to make pronouncements on some of this, because it does not end there. It is not just about voting. The process also embraces the idea of when the vote has come up and you are not satisfied, you go to court. So we are at one crucial stage of that power transition. And all we just need to do is to wait for the court. For now, as a layman, I don't see why the transition should not go on. But you see, I will be assuming the role of the court if I say that emphatically. So hopefully, we are waiting for the court to make pronouncements.
Many have lent their voices to this call, or will I say cacophony of interim government, and many Nigerians too have also given their opinion as per the legality or otherwise. It is illegal. I personally do not think there's any need for any ING, because elections have held and a winner has emerged. Whether that winner emerged judiciously or in the most acceptable manner is a different thing altogether. And there are procedures for also challenging those things if we felt, or if many of the candidates felt the winner or the person that was declared by INEC did not emerge through all the necessary constitutional provisions. They can seek redress in court, you know. And I also learned that they've all gone, both Atiku and Obi. So the call for ING is like a call for anarchy. It's like a call for lawlessness. So I do not subscribe to any call for ING. Let the legal procedures or the procedures that have been laid down by law, let those procedures or those avenues be explored. So at the end of the day, democracy is not about people's will always imagine. Democracy is about people learning from past errors and ensuring that whatever choice they have made, rightly or wrongly, that choice serves as a major lesson to them. If the person has been declared as the winner comes in and he does things that are not in tandem with progress or with democratic norms, I expect Nigerians to continue to challenge until we make good of this democratic experiment. So, and we cannot get to the ultimate destination by changing the process. Calling for ING is like a call for changing that process. So I think the normal procedures should be allowed to, to the route through the normal procedures. Through the normal process. Let the people who have gone to court wait for the court to give their judgments and the rest of them. So, and if they are saying that based on antecedents, they don't have confidence in the judiciary, the alternative cannot be a call for anarchy. It can't be a call for, for lawlessness. So I will not subscribe to any call for ING. It is illegal. As many lawyers have opined, as many opinion molders have also given their opinion on it.